This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Event coming up, and we're giving away an F-150. So when do we give it away? On Saturday?
Not this Saturday.
Next Saturday. Right,
so
after
you got
Thanksgiving.
All weekend and all next week to earn entries.
Get some
you
entries.
Come in, you play a little, you get entries.
That's
Come
it.
on Saturday, you get one free entry.
There you go.
There you go. And it's nice. The pickup truck.
It's amazing.
I love. I'm not really an electric car guy, but I think it would be fun to own.
Oh, for sure.
I think it would be a fun vehicle to own.
I'd love to own it. I'll tell you what.
I've never had a pickup truck.
So I'd love to own it.
But I think I'd like this one.
Okay.
The trunk is unbelievable.
I know.
It's a 5-body trunk, like we talked before.
That's it.
We measure by number of bodies that it fits.
I've only put out 2 or 3 at a time, so that's going to have plenty of space for me.
So you can grow.
I can grow.
You can grow. So
I can become Dexter.
Right. So
is that the official car for Dexter?
Not really. I don't think Ford would want that, but I think the answer is no. Anyhow, so the
so what do you think about Tua 7-0 as a starter and finisher
and a finisher?
Well, that's what counts. You can't give him a loss if he doesn't finish the game.
Listen, I think the team's very good this year. I think
I got my house already in Arizona.
Oh, you got the house ready for the Super Bowl?
We rented a 3-bedroom, 3-bath in Phoenix.
Well, look, I'm hoping that you are a good planner and you've done the right thing.
Well, if I do it in December, you know the kind of money I'm going to pay?
I know, but it might be a smidge premature.
I don't know.
A smidge. Now, look,
are the Dolphins better than the Bengals from last year?
Yes.
So then,
okay,
and then I'll throw another one at you. Who can't they beat in this conference?
I think Kansas City.
They can't beat Kansas City?
I think it's a struggle.
Okay, I disagree. I think they can beat Kansas City.
It's going to be a tough one.
I mean, I don't think.
And I
don't think Kansas City's nearly as unstoppable as you think they are.
They're pretty tough.
They're pretty
tough.
And Miami's offense?
They're very good. They're exceptional.
Their offense is not better than Miami's.
And it would be a hell of a championship.
You do know that, right?
No, I know. But
okay.
It would be a hell of a championship game. Tyreek against his, that's a hell of a championship game.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't see any Buffalo or Kansas City are the only 2 teams that you could say are better than Miami. But having said all that, they can beat those 2 teams. They already beat Buffalo once.
They did. I can tell you, Buffalo, something's weird about Buffalo. It's almost like they're cursed. The whole thing, they couldn't get to this. They 4 Super Bowls and they couldn't win with Kelly. Kelly's a great guy, and I certainly reach out to him.
So my black
way.
magic is working, is what you're saying.
It's some kind of the curse of the Bambino.
Well, if you go to Hialeah and you go see a little Cuban old lady and you get a little santeria.
You said santeria.
Santeria, and that's it. And that's the problem.
Working. I can tell you it's working because Buffalo shouldn't be struggling. I understand the injury is one thing, but putting that aside, his elbow injury, that's Josh Allen. But they shouldn't be struggling at the level they're struggling.
Well, one of the things I've talked about is Brian Dable.
Yeah, maybe.
Look at the Giants, and they're frauds.
Yeah,
and they're complete frauds, and he's done a marvelous job.
That's a sign of a hell of a coach.
That's my point.
Daniel Jones is looking good.
Maybe
that's a hard sentence to say for most people that ever have watched the NFL in a day.
Maybe Ken Dorsey isn't as good as Brian Dable.
It's there's something weird. It's like the Bills peaked in week 2. You know what I mean? And it kind of went like a little bit south every so often since then.
He's got
something weird going on with the Bills.
I gave this stat 2 days ago. In the last 3 games, he's got 3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He's got a 57% completion percentage, 9 sacks in 3 games. The last 3 games, they're not playing well as a team. They're playing really bad.
They literally peaked in the first 2-3 weeks.
That's why I think Miami. The ball bounces your way. They have a chance.
They have a shot.
Can you say that since Marino was there?
No, you can't, and that's a good thing. But I can tell you something too. And now all the Dolphin fans are going to start. They're going to type in. They're going to say, "Throw Big O, Sean, just punch Steve Calabro in the face right now." But you can there's probably some guy doing a radio broadcast in New York saying the same thing about the New York Jets.
They don't have a quarterback.
I know, but they're amazing. What they are accomplishing
against
is
backup
bizarro
quarterbacks.
World.
Every game has been practically a backup quarterback.
It's a little bit bizarre that they're winning the games they're winning.
That's what I'm saying.
They beat Buffalo.
I know.
I mean, they beat us. I was at the
Well,
game.
but they beat two
They
backup quarterbacks.
They beat the third string us. I get it. But it wasn't bad until the fourth quarter.
Right. It was a game until the fourth quarter, and then the turnovers.
Sanders makes the field goal, we're winning 20-19.
Right.
And the fourth quarter might be different, but you talk about that's probably the definition of the wheels falling off in the game. I mean, that was just bizarre. But my point is that there's some radio host up in New York saying the same thing.
It's fine.
And he's got a legitimate point.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Their world, he
does.
Their two quarterbacks aren't even coming close to the way Tua's dealing. Tua's the best quarterback in the NFL right now, statistically.
He's doing an amazing, he looked sharp at the game. I mean, it was like at this past week, I went to the Cleveland game, and it was like this feeling of confidence when he got on the field. When Cleveland took the offense, you're like, there's going to be a mistake.
Jabroni. You're not going to take Jabroni Brisket.
And even
serious?
some of the other players on offense, something's going to happen.
I can't take Zach Wilson serious unless he's banging a MILF. Outside of that, I'm not taking him.
You should start taking him serious.
Well, I'll take him serious in that case, but outside of that, I don't know if I'd take him serious.
Listen, I wanted to start with this one. The Jersey Whites guy was 3-0.
Yes.
He was 3-0.
I saw that,
and I remember, he let me know it too.
I like one of his picks.
You didn't like one. I was like, and I think he's gone bonkers again. This is like he's the bonkers version of Jersey Wise guy. And I was horrible in my picks. I mean, I should never pick. Just remind me never to pick football. Unless I want to just throw money.
I told you about those.
I know
some of the issues on those games you were talking about.
I was horrible. But the Jersey Wise guy was 3-0.
He was,
and he had a nice little comeback. Listen to his picks this week.
All right, let's go.
I mean, like it's. He likes the Colts +7 over the Eagles. Remember, he lives in the Philadelphia region.
It's interesting.
That's a tough one. Now,
So he's telling me that the Eagles are complete frauds. I don't.
Oh, wait! I'm sorry. I read this wrong. That's a bonus pick. He went a little goofy. He went goofy.
Okay, so that's a bonus pick. That's a bonus fourth pick.
Yeah. He's got.
So he's got the Colts +7.
That's a bonus pick, not one of the three. I literally was reading the text message from the bottom up. So he likes this. Might be worse. He likes the Pats over the Jets.
Oh, I love that game.
-3.
What's the?
No. I'm talking of the 3 picks.
3.5. Okay.
Well, it was 3 when he was looking.
Right? The Jets never beat the Pats in New England. They never. They kill them all the time.
He talked to me and he said, Belichick's got their number.
Yeah. He's gonna run them down. He's gonna run it down their throats. All that.
He likes the Bills over your Jacoby boys. They're the Browns.
Jabroni Brisket.
Jabroni.
That's 8.5 points.
Yeah.
It's I have a problem with that game.
8 points is tough.
Well, here's 8.5. It says. Here's my problem with this game now. It's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
They moved the game. They just moved the game. 6 feet of snow's coming.
6 feet of snow in Cleveland.
No, in Buffalo. So now they're moving to Detroit, and by the way, they're playing.
It's like 2 inches the rest of the country.
They're playing 2 games in 5 days in Detroit. They play Sunday and they play Tuesday.
But Detroit's indoors.
But that's what I'm saying. But my point is, you went from a home field advantage in Buffalo to no home field advantage. You're not going to have a ton of Buffalo fans travel to Detroit. In fact, you have a better chance of getting Browns fans going to Detroit than you do.
It's a drive. Yeah, you can make that. I guess you can make that drive.
You're not going to make it from Buffalo.
No, well, not out of the 6 feet.
There's 6 feet of snow going around that lake. Are you kidding me? You're going to drive that? Hell no.
No, you're not going for Buffalo.
No, you're putting your life on the line by doing it.
He likes the Bills. I got to talk to him tomorrow.
In a crazy world, I'm telling you, I kind of like the Browns in this game.
The Browns stink.
They stink, but they can run the hell out of the ball.
Chubster, yeah, he's good.
And the Bills cannot run the ball, and all they can do is pass, and they've been turning it over. 8.5 points. That means you've got to blow them out by 9.
2 scores.
I'm taking the Browns in this one in Detroit. I would not do it in Buffalo. But
I
in
bet you he didn't know
Detroit,
that. This was this morning. This was at 8 o'clock in the
right,
morning.
right.
Yeah.
It just happened an hour ago.
This was
They
8 o'clock.
moved it.
This text messages from
So do me a favor.
8:52.
Send him a text later,
He can,
and then I'll update it tomorrow if he wants to change his mind that it's in Detroit.
we can add one of the bonus extras. I guess he was feeling a little confident with the 3-0, so he gave us 3 games plus 2 bonus extras. I don't know. I'm not really thinking. I can't figure the wise guy out. But now the next one, I questioned him. And just want to know what your thoughts on this third pick. Steelers plus 4 over the Bengals. It's in Pittsburgh. That's a tough. I just don't like it. I don't like it, but the Jersey wise guy likes it. He's saying the Steelers are this is gonna be their game at home. And what's his name? Chase is out. The receiver's out.
Yeah, he's been out, but they have 2 other guys.
No, they got 2 very good guys, Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd and T. Higgins.
Yeah, they're very good.
T. Higgins is going to be a free agent. They're going to give him
T. Higgins is being underutilized.
They're going to give him like a $12 million contract, $15 million contract at the end of the year.
Anyhow, so he likes the Pats, the Bills, and the Steelers.
Okay.
Tough. How many do you agree with?
Pats.
You go with Pats. Okay, you're on the Pats.
Yeah, Pats against the Jets. They own them.
Yeah.
Where is it out here? -3.5.
Yeah.
The Steeler game is in Pittsburgh.
It's in Pitt. Yeah,
it's
Pittsburgh.
in Pitt.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati at Pitt, and he likes Pitt plus the 4. Okay.
I mean, look,
that's a game. That's a game I wouldn't touch because Pittsburgh can play enough defense to maybe keep it close. But I don't trust that they have a young quarterback. So I think they can lose by that touchdown.
Listen, the quarterback's from Jersey. The quarterback at Pittsburgh is from Jersey. As a matter of fact, I still keep a little home in New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Jersey Shore, the whole 9 yards, right?
That's right.
Do you guys understand this phrase, going down the shore?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what we do. And there was a guy on the TV the other day. My wife and I were watching it, and he said, "Well, I was down the shore this weekend." And I said, "I don't know if the rest of the country hears and understand when they hear down the shore, but they know what that even means. You know what I mean?"
Right.
Anyhow, so we have a house down the shore down there, and it's like where our family gets together, right?
So you got Bills -8.5, Colts +7, Pats -3, and Pittsburgh +4. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the Steeler quarterback is from down the shore. Ocean Township, and he was a pretty good high school player.
Oh, no, I like him.
He's decent.
I like Kenny Pickett.
He's a good.
No, don't get me wrong here. I like Kenny Pickett. I think he's a nice developmental guy. I just think he's a rookie right now, so it's hard to ask him to go out and outplay Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? I just think Joe Burrow and Mixon is playing better now.
Mixon has had a couple of games in the last 2 games.
So that's where I think that things are turning around a little bit for Cincinnati. Anyway. I just wouldn't touch that game.
All right, so you're one, you hate one, and you wouldn't touch one. You're 1-1.
I like the Pats -3.
Bills.
I don't like
Jabroni. Jabroni's not that good.
I don't think Jabroni's good, but
he could throw 2 or 3 interceptions in any game.
The Detroit thing completely changed my game on it. I don't want to give it.
I'm going to talk to.
If you're in Buffalo -8.5 with that weather, everything on your side, and Detroit and the Browns, okay, so now you bring them into that weather. Okay, now I got it. Although the Browns are kind of built for that weather because Nick Chubb. They are the best running team in the NFL.
Yeah, so that, but that would say,
and that's why I think the Browns will keep it kind of close at 8.5.
8.5 is a lot of points.
They can run the hell out of the ball, and then the bottom line is the Bills aren't playing well.
But you're gonna love the 2 bonus picks.
All right. You got Colts.
You Colts +7, right over the Eagles. I don't know about that. The Eagles are good. Although the Eagles could have a letdown at some point in time, and isn't the Brown his ankle's messed up a little.
Yeah.
He's messed up a little.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next one, maybe he was doing this for me because he knew that before I was a Dolphins fan, I was also a Giant fan. He likes the Giants -3 over the Lions. The Lions could lose anything, and they could score a lot of points, and they could lose, and they're pretty bad. Although they had a good week this week. I love rooting for the Lions because they're so pathetic. I mean, you talk about rooting for the underdog. The whole ownership, you see that picture of the Ford heiress. She's laying there. She's sitting there, and she's like, she probably doesn't even know what football is. And, I mean, it's just a mess. The Lions are just And I like the coach. The coach is
He's a likable guy. He's
but
he's not a
doing it.
coach.
He's just not a coach, right?
He's
So that's his pick. The 3 picks, but I can tell you, I will get back to you if Jersey Wise Guy is going to sort of change his opinion on the Bills now that the issue has changed.
Yeah.
The location has changed.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you which bonus one he likes better. Let's see. Let's see what happens. The point is, it's a tough game to bet on. Now, that being said, we need sports betting tomorrow in Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To your listeners.
By the way, how far are we from getting the damn app back?
Getting what?
The app.
Oh, the app. That's the whole sporting thing?
Yeah.
So it's in the courts right now. The Seminoles have to win, and then we sort of get it, but we don't know if they win what we get. Do we get the app and in-person betting? There could be a little bit of a change, right? I doubt it. If there's a change, we'll just get the app. But I can tell you that even the Seminoles are a little frustrated, but they feel real confident they're going to win, and then we'll get the app. But I was told before the end of the year, it's November.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a court system. Who knows? November could
end
of the year could be March 3rd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What year? You know, so but my point to all your listeners, a lot of them living in Florida, we need sports betting. We're like almost archaic. You know what I mean? And believe me, from a casino management and ownership standpoint, we're not going to light it up and make zillions of dollars. Of course, Steve, he runs a casino. He's going to make lots of money. No, it's a little profit.
Extra.
It's nice amenity.
It's to give an extra amenity
so
to all the people that are here.
Sitting there betting poker, and he says, "You know what? Let me bet on 2 or 3 games."
Dude, he's here on Sunday playing poker. He can go at the games and keep playing poker and watch the games because we've got tons of TVs all over the poker room.
So now he's in action, in 2 ways. He's in action on the table. He's in action, watching the game
or a horse race,
whatever. 3 or 4 ways, right? So, but it's just like it's almost like embarrassing. Here, like 30 plus states have sports betting. States that are like like useless states, that have sports betting, and we don't. I mean,
there's depends on what side do you want to be on, red or blue. And so it seems that it's always harder to get it through with the red folks because they've got the conservatives on that side.
Yeah, but they approved it in Florida. It was. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to give you the real deal.
I know, well, DeSantis is not your normal Republican, actually.
DeSantis made the deal.
Right.
And then we got it.
Right.
And then somebody who will be unnamed filed a lawsuit and threw a whole wrench in the mix.
Right.
And now we don't have sports betting.
Right.
And by the way, they're really getting out of the game is what I hear. They're getting out of the game. The people that filed the lawsuit are really sort of getting out of the game in terms of selling their place. We'll see what happens in the future. I might be right. I might be wrong.
Do we have it in New York?
Yes, sports betting in New York. Matter of fact, sports betting in New York.
Well, they got a Democrat leading there
forever,
so why not?
for the last 170 years. They have it in New York.
So do they have it in Texas? No, Republican.
No.
It's like that. That's a thing. It's
a thing. But we got past the government.
I'm telling you, bro, we got to get rid of the extremes on each side.
I know, but
I think most normal Democrats and Republicans can come to agreements
on 80%, 80% of
most
the topics,
everything,
70 to 80% of the topics.
Idiot extreme Democrats and extreme Republicans that screw everything up. Dude.
Yeah. So from now on,
everything, bro.
The extreme thing is, we got to be. Now they're worried about pronouns. But anyhow, so that being said, let's not go there because it's like doesn't make sense. Half that stuff is so ridiculous. But I understand it, I respect it, but it's ridiculous. Anyhow, sports betting, the thing that hopefully we'll have. I'm being told this before the end of the year. I think it's more of a first quarter 2023. Oh. I got a question for you before I leave.
And one guy goes, the Republican Party is changing. I hope so, man. It's going to be a civil war, by the way.
Yeah.
It'll be a civil war in that Republican Party. That's going to be really entertaining. Yeah.
The change could be a little ugly.
The intelligent have to get rid of the extremes. And when they get rid of the extremes, and then they're going to be fine. I'm telling you, if they land on DeSantis, they win in 2024.
They win for a long time, too.
Yeah. If they go Trumpy, they're going to lose like dogs because he loses bigger and bigger every time.
They're going to get beat.
No, but they're smart. They're getting smart.
Not the easiest task.
Well, the good thing was that all those people that he backed, they all lost. And because that's what he needed in order to get in there to help him, and now he doesn't have that. So
yeah, I mean, who knows? Look, DeSantis is the guy. You know, he was here in Hialeah Park the night before election.
yeah.
He was super. You know, he was just really super.
He's done a good job in the state overall.
He was here in May. I got an opportunity to meet him. All I can tell you is he's a common sense, regular kind of guy that thinks like a regular guy. And I think thinks about the average Floridian. That's my take on him. You take it whatever you want. I mean, and that was after a 20, 30-minute conversation with amongst 3 or 4 people. And nice guy, great and capable.
No,
and
he
sort of
kept us open, brought more business,
and sort of knocked it out of the
brought
park.
Gambling.
Well,
it's
sports betting.
Sports betting. We got weed. It's not recreational yet, but that's coming.
It's got to have we got to have that's.
It's
but
coming.
That's a vote. That's a statewide vote.
Right, but that's coming.
Yeah.
But at least it's there already. So
that will happen.
We're progressive enough to do those kind of things. But you're right. We should have gambling. We should have sports
betting.
gambling.
We should have sports betting. We should have legalized weed. Absolutely. It's 2022 now. Let's get on with it. Now, I will tell you one last thing. I'm changing direction. I'm going to my guru. I don't get involved in this subject. I have a reason for it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm not going to say the reason. But I love to know your take because it's a movie that we're observing. It's going to be a movie. In 2 years, you'll see the movie. We're going to watch it together.
FTX?
FTX. That is
sure.
Bizarro World. It's
Yeah.
bigger than Enron and bigger than Madoff in terms of number of people and amount of money.
Yeah.
The combination of Madoff and Enron.
And there was no reason for it to happen.
But here's the part that blows my mind. Remember, I'm a common sense, simple thinker, right? Nobody was talking about it 2 weeks ago, really. Generally speaking. Maybe you were.
Sean?
Okay, but
I was telling everybody to get their money out before it actually collapsed.
But my point is, once it collapsed, they really weren't even talking about it.
Right.
That scares me.
And because people are lazy.
Okay,
so after
That's
no. Don't blame the journalism. It has to do with the American public, the world. Everybody's lazy. There's over $2 billion of Bitcoin that's been moved off exchanges now in the last couple of days.
Well, that's the reaction. But now,
you should have done that before. You would have never lost a penny at FTX.
I know.
I tell people all the time, I have all my crypto. I don't have it on exchanges. I have it in a cold storage wallet. It's offline. Can't hack it. Can't get to it. That's it. That's where the idea of crypto is that you become your own bank, that you become sustainable on your own. Okay? Like I can lend out money off of my Bitcoin and gain interest. I can be my own bank if I want to. I can lend money for myself if I want to, 2%. But I could not do that at a bank.
Why did the mainstream news outlets
because they're just as stupid as the average person in the world.
Okay.
95% of the world knows nothing about crypto.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
I'm telling you because I'm deep into it and I run into people that have it's great for money laundering. I always love that one. Guess what? Everything can be tracked on crypto. You can't actually hide it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why when there's like there's a cyber hack, why do they ask for crypto in payment versus cash?
Because it's either they get nothing or they get something. So they tell them, hey, we took 100 million from you because they hacked their bridge. Usually you don't hack the blockchain. You hack the bridge that gets to the blockchain because they don't build it right. So you hack them and you say, well, you're never going to get your 100 million. But if you give me 20 million, I'll give you back the 80. And so that's what happens because they can't cash it in either. Because once they stole it, like FTX right now, a guy stole a ton of FTX. He hacked it into the last couple of days, and he then sold all of it and converted it to Ethereum. But the wallet is there. Everybody sees it. The authorities see it.
They can track that.
So now he can't move it because the second he tries to cash, they're going to know who he is. And then they're going to catch him or her. About 6 months ago, they caught a couple finally. They had stolen, I think it was like $10-12 million in Bitcoin like 8 years ago. It was worth billions now.
Oh.
So they finally tried to cash in
some,
and they caught him.
Well, but it is amazing, the FTX story. It's a movie. You tell me
Oh,
that's
it's a movie.
it's
for
a movie.
sure.
It's gonna be and the party house in Bahamas with 10 kids and
Yeah.
not kids, but
Apparently orgies and
well, there's apparently
there's a
activity,
sex tape out there now.
whatever it is.
And I don't know. I saw that girl. I don't want to watch that sex tape. That's not a sex tape I want to watch.
It's not necessarily my favorite either, but it's a bizarre story when you really think about it.
It is. OMC should be the theme song. How bizarre? How bizarre.
Anyhow, let's see how the Jersey Wise guy does.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the little education on the FTX thing. I tell you, the FTX thing, it just interests me.
Yeah.
A bizarre, weird thing that happened. And it's going to be, we'll watch.
But this is, you know what? And I hate to say this. This was all good because it washes out.
Yeah. There's a cleansing.
There's a cleansing of all the thieves and the people that you don't want in part of it. And this has been happening 100 years in the regular markets with investment firms and banks and all that. The difference is that the banks are FDIC insured,
right?
So you save your ass, up to 100,000, right? I think it is, right, or something like that.
Some cases is more. I think it's 250.
250.
It's 250.
So you save yourself up to.
Look, see, a guy like you're going to have 10
multiple
10 accounts or something like that.
That's what Sean does.
Sean's probably got 20 accounts, but
he's got tons.
But so one last thing before I leave too. Your opinion. I'm not going to the game this week. There
is no game this week.
Not the next game, which I'm not going to see next week because I'm be at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Right, but the next game I'm not going.
We're here Tuesday next week.
I understand. I'll be here, but
okay.
I think
the wise guy can come help us out for Thursday.
I will try, but I tell you, Tuesday is going to be a little goofy because I'm taking Wednesday off. Guess where I'm heading? You're not going to believe where I'm heading.
We can get you on the phone, bro.
All right.
Okay.
But you know where I'm heading?
Where?
To Jersey. Oh. Why not? So anyhow.
Shocker.
So I just want to talk ahead. Like the Houston game, I'm not going to be attending because I'll be in Jersey, right?
Yeah, that's Club and Seals.
It's going to be like
it's Club and Seals.
Yeah, it should be.
It's a cakewalk.
It should be
the worst team against the run. Really? And the run just woke up.
You know who looks good? This Wilson guy.
Yeah.
My God.
Because he knows the system.
Yeah, he's very good.
He knows the blocking scheme. He knows
Chase Edmonds.
He knows where the holes are going to develop.
How about Chase Edmonds couldn't make it?
It's he was from an inside zone scheme. There's an outside zone scheme. So it's just he and that happens in football.
Moser looks good too.
Moser's been good the whole year.
Yeah,
but now he has the complement to him.
Yeah. And the fullback looks good too. I mean, it could be a 2-touchdown blowout.
Easy. Easy. They're going to run the hell out of them. They did it. Cleveland was terrible against the run too. They were like 29th or 30th.
Cleveland
and this team's 32nd. So Cleveland Miami is going to, and that offensive line for Miami looked really
gelling
good.
nice. Nice. Anyhow,
thank you.
I'll try to be here Tuesday. Let's see what the Jersey wise guy does.
Yeah, for Thursday.
And then someday you'll have to get you up to Jersey. Don't come in the winter. I don't really go there in the winter.
Well, we might go to Slomin's again next year.
Where is what town?
It's in Rhode Island. No, Long Island. I'm sorry, Long Island.
Long Island. You know how far that is from New Jersey?
I know.
It's like going to
it's like a train.
It's going to like Jacksonville.
We'll take a train.
Well, Long Island. You can get to the city. You can get to you can go from Long Island into Manhattan.
Right.
And then then I'll tell you.
No, but we stay in Manhattan. Even though we're in Long Island, we stay in Manhattan.
Oh, that's even better. You're staying in Manhattan, then you take a train out to Long Island.
Right.
So then what you do is you jump on a train station, you go the other way, go to Metro Park. It's my old hometown. We'll pick you up right there. I'll show you Jersey.
All right. Beautiful. Jersey. Yeah, but you got to promise me you got to take me to the Bada Bing.
Bada Bing's right there.
I got to go to the Bada Bing.
Like within
I have to go to the Bada Bing.
Bada Bing and what's it? Pizza King.
Oh, Pizza King. That would be awesome.
Good pizza.
Yeah.
There's great pizza in New Jersey.
Obviously.
I mean, in Florida, I'm still looking for good pizza. I find a couple of places.
We got some places.
But I can tell you, for every good one, there's like 4 bad ones.
Have you had Cazzola's down on 17th off of US 1?
No. Good?
That's the kind of pizza you would like.
Yeah, I got
Cazzola's. CASSOLA''S.
So here's another one, too. They say Steve's Pizza was pretty good.
Excellent. On Biscayne.
Yeah, they opened one in Fort Lauderdale that was just okay.
Right.
But they said, it's not the real
original
Steve.
one is the one on Biscayne.
Yeah, everybody tells me Steve's. I haven't been to.
It's good.
Shame on me.
It's good, but Cazzola's
better than Steve's?
I would say yes. I would say Cazzola's is better than Steve's. Giant slices. Giant New York slices.
No, quality, not quantity.
No, but I'm saying that's how they give you delicious slices, but they're huge. They're good.
All right, man. I'm going to try it. All right, man.
All right, baby. Appreciate
Hopefully
you.
see you Tuesday. And let's see what the Jersey Wise guy does.
You got it. Appreciate
Adios,
you, man.
guys.
There you go. Steve Calabro, baby. Hialeah Park. Thank you, my brother. There you go.